Believe it or not, we're still here at the NAMM Show 2018 Drum Talk TV coverage on Facebook Live and on DrumTalkTV.com. This time with extreme speed metal drummer educator James Payne. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome. So James lives where I grew up in the San Fernando Valley by way of Italy. So I still live through the valley vicariously through James. But James is one of those people that we put up who, a lot of people don't get it, you know? And if you don't get it, if it's not for you, that's great. But it doesn't mean you have to be a dick about it. I'm just going to say it, you know? Some people are just like rude if they don't get something if it's not for them. They're very insulting. But James is a very, very talented drummer and has a great approach in the way you teach. And for about 9-10 months, we've been advertising his lessons on Drum Talk TV. He's one of our sponsors, has an amazing platform. We love his style, so we said, yeah, let's do something together. So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just hanging around, NAMM craziness, always super loud, but so good to meet, everybody that you don't get to meet during the year. Everybody's here now, so it's awesome to meet you, to meet a whole bunch of friends. So, yeah, feeling great.
Great. For those of you not really familiar with what you do, in a nutshell, how would you explain briefly what it's all about?
Sure. Basically, I have this instructional platform, which is based on a method that I developed back like 5 years ago, of which I also made a DVD that's in streaming online on the website too. And basically, in those years, I had to figure out a way to play fast for long periods of times for the music that I was playing and for the bands that I was playing. And I come from a very small town, and I didn't really have any metal teacher that could really explain me how to, do that. And so I had to kind of figure out by myself, and I found some ways. And at first I thought, okay, this is how everybody does, do this. And then touring around the world, I managed to do some lessons and clinics, and everybody was like, whoa, this is a very different approach of this kind of music, which is, it's the first time I heard it. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a DVD or something. And after years, the DVD went great. After some years, I thought the best thing is to, be more interactive and be more, because then a lot of people would hit me on my social networks and all that stuff. And I thought, I have to get more in contact with people. So we came up with a website. And as you were saying, a lot of people don't, of course, then my application of what I did was based on my music, so it's extreme metal. But then what really happened was that I got all the Freddie Gruber, and also thanks to Bruce Becker, who's here watching me.
Bruce Becker, folks, and he's up next, too. And Bruce Becker is kind of a mentor of yours, right?
Absolutely. We did some sessions on my other YouTube channel, and I got all this information for the hands, and I applied them to my feet, and it worked. And so that was kind of like, a moment where I thought, okay, this is good. It feels good. I was able to play fast and never get tired, never injure myself. And of course, people then see my application, my kind of music. They don't understand it because it's art, and art doesn't relate to everybody in the same way. So a lot of people just see the limit of speed, which sometimes I suggest them, okay, turn off the audio and just have a look at what's happening. And then, maybe you can have another idea of all not only the work that's behind it, but also, how this could apply to you and your music. Because, it's something that it's not so common. I think the fit technique, it's a big taboo in the drum, instructional things. So hopefully people in time will understand better and find an approach for their music of what I'm doing and what I'm sharing.
Yeah, and you said something that never occurred to me, and that's to turn the sound off. And it never occurred to me because I actually like listening to it. The whole concept and the whole extreme performance, the dexterity, the timing, the endurance, and without injuring, so that whole spectrum absolutely fascinates me. But I am going to try watching a few of them with the sound off, just to visually focus on what the you're doing. Because it's like, how is he doing this? How is this possible? So I like that suggestion.
Yeah. It's really just working. A lot of people tend to work physically, try to build their muscles, try to work with heavier sticks or heavier, putting weights on their ankles and all that stuff. And I did the opposite. I thought, you know what? I want the pedals to work for me. And as you have all the rebound work on the hands, I did the same on the pedals, and it worked. I basically have no effort. I barely sweat when I play shows.
Wow, and how much do the pedals matter?
To me, I've always played Iron Cobra from day one, and when I play Iron Cobra, I'm used to that, and I just feel better. But what I do with Iron Cobra, I can do with any pedal. A lot of time it happened that I flew and to play a festival, and my luggage didn't arrive, so I had to play other drummers' gears, and it didn't really affect my thing, because all my method is more related on controlling my body and adapt to the external forces, in this case the pedals. So maybe the settings, I would have to work on the setting of the pedal just to have the setting that feels good with my ankles and
with
my
the way
speed.
you play, yeah.
But then it really depends more on controlling my body and the connection between my brain and the small muscles of the articulations. Once you have that, you can play. That's why Buddy Rich and all those guys could play stuff that didn't have all those screws and all those super modern things, and they would still kill it.
Third, fourth, and fifth party products to trick it out.
Exactly. And of course, the gear then, it is part of your playing and everything. And I think everybody finds it's like driving a Lamborghini, driving a Ferrari. They're different in some ways, but they're both great products, and it does make the job easier. But it's not like you couldn't play one thing with one pedal and you could with another. Like, if you know how to play, you will eventually play almost in the same way with everything.
That's awesome. How can people find out? What's the best way for them to find out about how to check out some samples? I mean, other than looking up James Payne on Drum Talk TV, you could do that. There's like 2 lives every week. But what's another way they can jump on your platform and look at something?
I'm on every social network, so YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
And your website has a lot of stuff.
Sorry?
Your website has a lot of stuff they can look at.
Yeah. JamesPayneDrums.com, and just James Payne on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and I'm very active on all the social networks, so
Great.
They can find a lot of stuff there, yeah.
Great, awesome. James Payne, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you
Great
very
to
much.
see you in person again.
And congratulations for having the million.
Oh, thank you.
Like, that's awesome what you're doing. It's
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you for doing that for the drumming community. A lot of people, and that's going back to one last thing, going back to what you were saying before, people should appreciate more the fact that there's so much free stuff on the internet, but there's people behind it that work so hard, and you're one of those guys. You work so hard to, share all this, and people should be more thankful about that.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching on DrumTalkTV.com and Facebook Live on the Drum Talk TV channel. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Bruce Becker. Be right back. Just be a moment. Just hang on. We'll be right back.